Hello and welcome to another episode of RoostnTodd's Tank Specialization Guide. In the previous episode we learned a lot about the canister shell, but in this episode we're gonna take a closer look on the reactive armor. Over to Rooster.
Thank you, Todd. Here is the description of reactive armor. Reactive armor panels and or slats absorb the impact from anti-tank weapons, protecting you from damage but becoming destroyed in the process. This perk requires you to gather 83,200 main battle tank score, and now let's move on to some basics. The reactive armor is selected at the upgrade row in the tank loadout menus. When you enter a tank you don't need to activate this specialization, but you can still see changes to your tank. The first change you should notice is in your own personal tank interface. You can see that the reactive armor panels are currently active and ready to protect you. The second change is more exterior. If you are looking from the outside, you can clearly see the reactive armor panels mounted on the tank. And here is the tank without reactive armor. And now Todd will talk about the pros.
Thank you for another great tutorial, Rooster. Here are the pros for this specialization. 1. Absorbs explosives, and 2. Can be repaired. Pro number 1. Absorbs explosives. In the first part of this pro we will show you how normal RPGs works against the reactive armor. And now, when there are no reactive panels left, the tank will take damage when we shoot it in the side. I also want to note that the front is never protected against explosives. This is the second part of the pro. This clip shows you that even mines is neglected by reactive armor. We did some testing with the mines, and here is the results when the tank is moving over the mines like in a normal situation.
Hostile tank spotted, over.
At the first try the reactive armor did nothing and the tank got disabled. In the second run with one mine the damage was absorbed and a reactive panel was consumed. In the third and final run we put out 2 mines. This should destroy the tank, but the reactive armor actually saves the tank. This seems to be quite random, and if there are more than 2 mines you are probably going to die. RoostnTodd can recommend that you always spot for mines. Here is the last part of the pro. This shows you that the C4 damage will get absorbed as well.
C4 in position. Keep down. C4 is about to blow.
Pro number 2. Can be repaired. The reactive armor can actually be repaired after destroyed. When you get shot and a reactive panel goes off, you can leave the tank, wrap for 4 seconds and the reactive armor will protect you once again. This works on all sides. This example demonstrates that the reactive armor can also be repaired by a co-driver while the driver is still sitting in the seat. Get out, repair the tank for 4 seconds, and then you're done. Here is the con for this specialization. Con number 1. Buggy UI. The UI of the Reactive Armor is actually really buggy and has always been that way. Even though this will most likely get fixed in the future, we'll never know with DICE. Here you can see when Todd is shooting away my Reactive Armor. Have a close look on the Reactive Armor interface in the bottom. It doesn't update correctly, which is really annoying because you can never rely on it to 100%. We tried this with a tank and the interface actually worked like it should do. Just look. But the point with this clip though is this. When a teammate repairs you, the interface doesn't update any of the panels. Here you can see the panels are missing. We don't know why this is and hope that DICE can get this fixed really soon because it totally ruins this function for Reactive Armor. Anyway, here's how you update it. You leave the tank and then enter again. And as you can see, the plates are now showing.
That's it for this time, guys. Please leave a comment below, subscribe if you liked it, and have a nice day.